Orleans has long been called the northernmost Caribbean city. Spend enough time in Jefferson Parish and you realize that idea didn't stop at the parish line. In a modest building off Veterans Boulevard, years of hustle, pop-ups, and persistence finally became something permanent.
I was making my sauce from a house, bringing to the oil plant, and everybody was like, man, this sauce different, you know? It's really good. And my wife always telling me, man, you gotta do something different, like, you know, make people taste the food, you know? Cook. So we start like cook from my house, selling food from my house, and from there my wife influenced me, said, you gotta do more, you know? Let's just open my restaurant, and from there.
New Orleans wasn't the first choice.
Oh, really?
We actually started behind Campo at the Bullseye Bar and Grill.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah. And we opened explosively because I had already built that clientele in Kenner. And that sublease lasted every bit of 3 weeks. And it took us about 4 months to get in New Orleans. And Richard, every day, I want to get back in Jefferson Parish. I want to go back home. This is home to Richard. Richard would never leave Kenner. Richard adores, he introduced me to Kenner. I'm from the West Bank, from Aurora. So, yeah. So I was like, you know what, let me just try it. And it literally took us 5 years to get here. And what better place to be, like the first Black-owned, first Caribbean-owned on veterans. You know, like it's eye-opening, and sometimes I still feel like I'm dreaming to even be across from Clearview Mall. You know, being born and raised here is a whole different outlook. I grew up in the foster care system here. I grew up with nothing. So watching myself on social media and seeing all the things that I can accomplish, I try to get my story out more to more foster kids, especially in JP. We've always been surrounded by them, you know, going to different group meetings and stuff growing up, so I know that home is very large here. I'm trying to show other kids that you don't have to run to the streets. If you see something and you deem respect for it, just work hard for it and you could flourish. It was a scary feeling though, because the negativity you get. Oh, y'all the first Black-owned over there, them people not gonna support y'all. And just watching these doors open and see this place flooded. And let me bring it back. Those are like words that are coming from investors that deem us, you know, want to see us in other places and looking at, you know, perspective from their pockets, not from, you know, where we come from and how we feel about JP ourselves. We knew what we could do here, because if I was on a closed road, and you know what a bullseye, if I was over there and people were following me, then what could I do on this big broad road where there's hundreds of people passing by here every day?
What does it mean for you as a Kingston-born jerk master to bring authentic Jamaican jerk flavors to Jefferson Parish and do so while the parish celebrates the 200-year milestone?
Yeah, it's really a joy to, you know, see people come in and enjoy themselves eating different type of herb and spice and different flavor. So I'm happy to be right here, make people enjoy themselves, different culture, different type of food, you know, chicken, jerk chicken, beef ribs, pork ribs. It's just a Jamaican flavor, so it's really good, you know.
And how do you feel that Creole cuisine influenced Jamaican culture, or Jamaican culture influenced Creole cuisine?
I think it could go maybe both ways. It's similar, but like a different flavor, you know, but it's close, so the two of them really combine together.
We have the Caribbean has such a huge influence on Cajun culture, especially in New Orleans because of the port. That's where all the slaves came through. So we essentially brought the oxtails and, you know, all those types of herbs and spices and stuff. So when they particularly say the Haitians brought it, because in New Orleans history they'll say the Haitians brought it, I wouldn't necessarily pinpoint that to one group of people, because that trade went all through the Caribbean. So we all got Haitian in us, we all got Trinidad in us, Jamaican, Cuban, you know. So we put everything in our food, just like Cajun people put everything in their food. It's a lot of herbs, a lot of spices, a lot of love. We don't just cook. You know, I've heard people say, well, when I go up north, you know, I come back down here, I'm 20, 30 pounds lighter, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same in the Caribbean. You go down to the Caribbean, you coming back 20 pounds bigger. You go to New Orleans, you coming back 20 pounds bigger. I don't see no big difference, and I can vouch for that because my parents are Cuban and I'm born here. So when I go to Jamaica, it's like, dang, our seasons are almost the same. When we purchase seasons and we run out of seasons, we can supplement almost everything because they are damn near the same.
food at Jamaican Jerk House is a love letter to home. The real thing, the heat, the smoke, the sweetness, the depth.
Y'all, normally we were here to do an actual cultural video for Jefferson Parish and not really showcase a lot of the food, showcase some of the people and the culture they bring. But boom, I mean, what else can I do now? I'm forced to enjoy myself and indulge.
I got the jerk master here. This is the real Dundada, the authentic jerk man. So what he did here, this is his homemade Jamaican jerk sauce. And we got the jerk pork, we got jerk pork chop, we have jerk salmon, jerk shrimp, jerk beef rib, jerk chicken. And let me tell you something, a lot of people don't know this, but this is the original rice and peas from Jamaica, which is made with gungo peas. And if you have Spanish culture like me, we call it gandules.
Okay, gandules.
Yep. This is New Orleans history right here, right? So, you know, we like barbecue. So what I did was I took a barbecue sauce because in the Caribbean, this was food that we used to, we preserved it. It was originally preserved when we ran into the wilderness from the colonizers in the Caribbean. But, you know, now modern day jerk is juicy and moist. A lot of people don't want that, you know, that dry jerk. So I got the barbecue sauce with some herbs and spices. These are our oxtail egg rolls. And this was me adding more of that New Orleans, Jamaican, Asian flair to it. Because even in Jamaica, there are a lot of Asians, as well as, you know, Jefferson Parish. So what we did was we took the Jamaican oxtails, topped it with some onions, bell pepper, queso, and then you want to dip that in the jerk queso.
See the dip, baby. Let's see the dip.
And you got your oxtail gravy.
So
that right there is, you know, it just take you to a whole different zone because you're getting a whole trimester of different flavors.
And it's a sorry.
Trimester.
Yes. You know, they got the first trimester, second trimester. So you got the first trimester, the Asian, you got the second trimester, the Jamaican, and then the third trimester, which bring it all together. That's straight JP right there.
We'll say these leftovers will be
Multicultural.
I'll say I can't remember the first time, but every time I eat jerk chicken, it's always like amazing feeling. Like it's nice. You know, when you ketchup and you chop up the chicken, put some ketchup and some pepper on it.
The original jerk is eaten with the hot pepper sauce and ketchup. Yeah.
Original rude boy.
No. That's the original.
Richard cooks with one rule. If it doesn't taste right, it doesn't leave the kitchen.
One thing you gotta know, you're gonna experience a lot of flavor in jerk chicken. When you about jerk, Jamaican jerk food, you're gonna taste a lot of flavor, a lot of spice, a lot of herbs. So that's different from everything else. The flavor is different.
When people were introduced to Jamaican Jerk House, they came with this notion, oh, that's not jerk, or you look us up, they'll be, oh, that's not jerk, that's not real authentic jerk. But authentic jerk is done outside on pimento wood, but pimento wood became, it's vanishing. It's becoming,
really?
Yeah, it's becoming extinct, so it's protected. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not being planted enough. It's being chopped down more than it's being planted. So jerk is not done on a chore boiler. Jerk is not done in the oven. Jerk, just because you have a jerk sauce doesn't mean it's jerk. It has to be smoked on that wood in order. So my biggest thing is bringing back the authenticity behind it, the history behind it, because without jerk, we wouldn't be here. We have a lot of chefs that, you know, are inquiring about our sauces and stuff like that, and that's why we kind of scale back on giving out our sauce until we get everything legal and settled, because I want to protect Richard's legacy.
Yeah, a lot of people, many people see me every day, man, when they start going to start sell that sauce, you know, so tell my wife, we gotta get it pattern and say.
Our babies are raised in this kitchen. A lot of people don't know, but when we opened up at the Bullseye, our baby was on our hip. She was on my hip at 8 months. So every time I turned that oxtail and I caught a burn, she was catching a burn right with me. So they're born and raised into this culture, and we take them wherever we go. So when we go to Jamaica, they're there in Jamaica picking up herbs and spices. So when they come here, they want to work. They're eager to take on this legacy. Do I want them to take it on? It's rough, because it's gonna come with a lot of scrutiny by them being, you know, mother Cuban American, dad Jamaican American, and being born here in Jefferson Parish, I think it's gonna come with a lot of scrutiny. So I'm praying that we can get to a place where we could make it a chain and they could essentially gain from it versus having to go there and overwork. We're doing the slave work for them so that they could piggyback off of it essentially. Food brings love. I don't care how angry you are. Like, people connect to food emotionally. If you're mad, you want to eat.
Food and music.
Food and music,
Stop wars.
It saves you from a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I was a big eater, and this is where my connection was when I got emotionally depressed or, felt overworked. I would just turn to food and start eating. This was comfort to me. This made everything go away. And I think that's what it does for the world. Like, we could be here eating and tomorrow we at war. You know what I mean? It
If they would
happens.
just had a meal together, they probably could have worked it out.
Yeah, if they had some jerk. This is a rum and raisin cake with a shot of Appleton rum.
This reminds me of my mama, God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Her rum cake.
Yeah,
And they would tell me, don't eat too much because you're going to get drunk. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Huh? But,
yeah.
yes.
We share so
reminds me
much
of
of
rum
all
cake.
the same cultures. People don't realize we're all one people. What's your motto? Out of many, one people.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, that's what they say, meaning
It's like
out
a
of
ma-
many
like a
people
motto,
all over
like
the
a motto,
world.
yeah.
Still one people.
They're one people.
Yeah, what I mean,
A lot of people influence these dishes, whether you're Asian, American, African. This came from a birth of cultures coming together. The jerk come from the Indians and the Maroons running into the woods, and they came together, and one had the wood and one had the pig, and they came together and they came up with jerk. Out of many, one people.
This place isn't fusion for the sake of novelty, it's culture meeting opportunity. Caribbean soul, Louisiana audience. For those willing to look, the gateway to the islands isn't far away.